Hello everyone, and welcome to another reading. Today we're going to find out what April has in store for you, whether it's messages that the universe or spirit or your ancestors have for you, or something you need to be aware of, something you need to focus on, heal, whatever it is. Just everything that you need to know for April. Okay, so today we have these three pencils to choose from. We have pile 1 or group 1, 2, and 3. If you have chosen your desired pencil, just skip to the timestamps. They will be down in the description box below. For those who need some time, you can either pause the video, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and whichever pencil your eyes gravitated to first or feels like it's calling to you when you open your eyes, that will be your group. Okay? And do keep in mind that I do personal readings, commissions, and my services are open. You will find my Ko-fi links where my services are posted down the description box below. I also offer memberships so that you could have discounts, free readings, as well as private messaging. That way, if you need more guidance and tips on whatever it is that you're going through, or if you need to vent to someone or just talk, in case you have no one that understands you, you'll be able to do that through the memberships. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the links will be down in the description box below. So now let's get on with the readings. Hello there, group 1. So let's see what April has in store for you. So you got blood. This could be talking about ancestors, your own bloodline, or possibly even sacrifices. You have connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. So with the blood and the healing, it could be something that needs to be healed through maybe the bloodline. Maybe your ancestors have created an issue that now you or your family are paying for. So maybe it's something that needs to be healed. Telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. Adjustments are required. Message in a bottle. Aurora Gardens, beginning, initiate, and origin. And something that needs to be healed is home. Okay, so I feel all of this is connected, and there is something that needs to be healed within your bloodline. With the beginning, initiate, origin. So something from your bloodline. Telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. Like all of this sort of stems with your ancestors. With the adjustments are required, and the healing. So basically, everything is pointing to that something within your ancestral bloodline needs to be healed, acknowledged, and processed in order for you and your family and your future descendants to live a more healthier and cleansed life. So there is something, and with the message in a bottle, messages and manifestations. A message in a bottle is a rare find, and the message itself is something that excites one's curiosity. The only time we may find such a rarity is when we aren't looking for it in the first place. So whatever it is you're trying to manifest, stop expecting and just allow it to happen on its own. I feel like this card is connected with the telepathy, right? Something needs to happen on its own, and telepathy is something that just comes naturally, right? You can't force it to happen. So it feels like the message you are getting, and maybe you already got this message, you already might know what it is you need to heal in your life from your ancestral line. And it may come to you in the form of struggle, right? So what it is that maybe you noticed your family and you and maybe your grandparents have been struggling with the most. For some, it could be finding the right partner. Maybe you notice a connection in your family line where there's always someone, maybe there's always divorces happening, or maybe there's always some sort of abuse, right? It goes from one generation to the other generation, right? It keeps going forward. So maybe you need to end the cycle, right? Even if it's hard, maybe you have anger issues or unhealthy unhealthy thoughts. Maybe you need to take that plunge and take that step to end the cycle with you. So maybe go to therapy, find sources that may be able to help you, or someone within your family, so that it stops there, right? So that the future doesn't have to deal with it. It could come in the form of maybe you see that there is always financial difficulty, right? Like um, all this struggle with finances. You notice that maybe your grandparents struggled and your parents struggled, and maybe now you can't catch a break and you're the one struggling. So maybe it comes, in the form of finances. So find out, and even if you don't know, okay, maybe like if you know what the struggle is, but you have no idea, like, your ancestors, like who it was that did something that made the future line struggle, or maybe you don't know the precise thing because maybe you struggle in different areas. What you can do is light a candle sometime during the day, because the candle shouldn't be blown out. It should be allowed to continue burning until it's finished on its own. So maybe a tea light like this, or a smaller candle. Place it somewhere safe that that it can't fall down, or that it isn't around something that will burn. And once you light the candle, have the intention of healing your ancestral line, and create a little prayer, like pray to whoever or whatever you believe in, even if you don't believe in a God, but something higher, maybe the universe, maybe a source or an energy source. Pray to it. Say something like, like with this, with lighting of this candle, I pray that my ancestral line is cleansed, that the karma is, cleansed, and I forgive my ancestors for whatever they had to do in order to create their success or to find love or whatever it is. Even if they did something dark, even if they did something that went against someone else's freedom, someone else's life or morals or whatever it is, I forgive them. And I wish them to, rest in peace, and so that their spirit can move on from this negative block. I pray for them, and, their healing, help them heal, so that this doesn't continue, so that they don't have to suffer through it, so that me and my family don't have to suffer through it, right? So do something personal, right? Don't just make an intention just so you don't have to struggle, right? But truly help them heal, because through their healing, you will be healed as well, okay? You can also do meditations where you cleanse your ancestral line by just seeing, these people that you imagine your ancestors to look like, going from this black and white or this dusty energy into a portal or a river or a waterfall, and cleanse them as they walk through it, so that they are in full color, full vibrancy, and forgive them, for whatever they had to do, because, sometimes it may not have been their fault, sometimes they may have been ignorant, sometimes they may have been forced into it, whether it was by someone else or by family or society or expectations, right? So, and even if they did it out of their own free will, we can see that as just a form of illness, right? They didn't have the capacity to feel empathy for someone or something, whether it was animal abuse or abuse against a human being. They may not have had the empathy, okay? So have pity, have mercy on them, and forgive them for whatever they have done, because that was long ago, it was in the past, and by healing them, you're healing yourself and your own bloodline for the future. So let's see what other messages we get. And this is something that needs to be worked on in April, but of course it may take longer than that, right? So healing needs to take place here. And with connect with the animals, it's basically, you can also connect with nature. And because animals in nature have this innocence about them, right? They live in the moment. They don't think about yesterday, they don't think about tomorrow, they're just thinking about now, right? So ground yourself, have some time to reflect, have a prayer, light a candle, just in order to heal this. So for you guys, there are a few different things that could happen in April for you. One is the fact that through this healing, right, maybe some of you have multiple healings that you need to do, right? Because who knows, what our ancestors, far beyond us have done throughout life. And maybe there's struggle in many different areas of your life. So there are many different things, but at the same time, this could be an explosion of opportunities that once you start healing this line of yours, there could be an explosion of opportunities for you. Opportunities that help you navigate through life better. Opportunities that help you and your family maybe move to a better place, or to, this could be like a start of something that leads you, from having just a foundation to having more than that, to working on more than that, okay? So it feels like there may be things that you find out about your family line that you may struggle with, that may be hard to deal with. And it's interesting with this telepathy card. It could be that you end up dreaming of something maybe your ancestors have done, or maybe you get messages from your ancestors of something they may have done or took part in, or things like that, and you may not enjoy it, okay? You can't believe that just because you're on the right side of life, or you're open and accepting and loving, it doesn't mean your ancestors were like that. Okay, everyone's ancestors, there's always someone, okay, and there are plenty of them that have done wrong to other people, to animals, against, things against nature, anything like that. Okay, you can't imagine or believe that your whole line is all perfect and great, okay? We all have ancestors that have done really bad and horrible things. Maybe sometimes even things we can't even imagine or think of, okay? So instead of battling, instead of fighting against the wrong, fighting against, try to have empathy and just just pray for them so that, no one in your family has to work on the karma or has to repeat something that they have done. Okay? Because this is unfinished business. That's how it feels like. It's unfinished. And you need to bring light to the source of the problem. Working on these things will help you get somewhere where you need to be, either you or your family in general. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it feels like you'll be able to gather or to build up some sort of financial stability or a better relationships, or even having content within yourself, because there's a lot of fire in you. There's a lot of fire. You keep getting wands. You have 3 wands, 1 cups, 1 pentacles, and under the deck you have the 8 of swords. With the 8 of swords, this is someone that has the potential of freeing themselves, but they keep themselves chained up and, tied up to something. So this is telling you that you have the capability and the ability to free yourself from these burdens, from these blockages. You have the potential to heal this line of yours. All you have to do is accept the work and do it. Okay? There are videos on YouTube for free, and they only take like a few minutes, regarding timeline healing, and ancestral healing. There's so many different things, try each one for about a week. Use one video for the entire week, work on it, and then next week do another video, so that way you have the most potential to heal that line, to heal your ancestors in order to heal your current family and yourself. Okay? Now we're going to see what message you get from this Believe in Yourself book, in order to, what last message you get for April for group 1. Should you meet resistance, take comfort. It's a great way to build muscle. And I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of resistance here. Maybe there will be a sort of discomfort, or especially if you take part in the little meditations that you find on YouTube. Maybe the things that you have to put your mind through, things you have to think about or relive or consider or just, do, maybe there will be some resistance to it. But going through this will build muscle, so that in the future, when you are dealing with something tough, something that might have triggered you before, you will move past it with great ease. And that's a better way to live life than to expect all of society to change just for your comfort. Okay? So group 1, I really hope this helped. Remember to just trust the process, trust yourself, and love yourself enough to want to heal this. Okay? Because without healing whatever this is, future generations will have to face it, and it won't be pretty, and you will have to live a life, where there's a lot of blocks, where you keep struggling, where you can't catch a break in whatever aspect of your life this is. So I think it's time to face this and cleanse it and move on from it. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Remember that I do personal readings. There are memberships available to you if you need it. All the links will be in the description box below. So I'll see you guys next time. Hello group 2, and welcome to your reading. So let us find out what April has in store for you, what messages. Okay, you got vows. Go after your goals. Persist, encourage, advance. You got the present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. You got two Moonology cards, and they are both the new moon. So you got new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off, and new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. You got sea turtle, flow and relax. You got returning home, transition, life between lifetimes, loving welcome. And something you need to heal in the month of April is basically you'll be getting help from above. So maybe something that you need some luck on, or a little help or encouragement or strength in, a higher source will help you go through it, or whatever it is you need. So, sea turtle. Watching a sea turtle swimming fills the viewer with a feeling of peace and tranquility. These beautiful creatures have a sense of relaxation about them. Right now, you're being asked to just go with the flow. No need for control or worry. Just trust the process and see where life takes you. So in the grand scheme of things, you're being told to go after your goals. Okay, go after them, but don't pressure yourself or overwhelm yourself. Take it one day at a time. Do what it is you want, right? Or if it's like a bigger goal, do what you think would take you there. But don't add so much stress or pressure on yourself that you need to be there at a certain time, or you need to get so much stuff done just to get there, right? Because that pressure is only going to make you burn on both ends, and it will take even longer to get there. Okay, so just work on whatever you can, one day at a time, little by little. Have some time for yourself and some time, for play and not just work. But do it at your own pace. Okay, however much you can do, so that you feel comfortable and not, overburnt. And with the vows card, because this doesn't feel like a relationship type of thing, it could just be commitment, right? So stay committed to this goal you have. Even if it feels like it may not be going anywhere, you never know what's around the corner, because help is on its way. Okay? And here with these two cards, it's saying your hard work is paying off. So this will pay off, even if you feel like it isn't at this current time. You don't know what opportunity can arise, because the universe is watching, right? The universe is seeing that you're putting time and effort into this thing, and you're doing it with quality. Okay? Don't rush it. Do it with quality. Even if it's just 5 minutes, sometimes in a day, because maybe you're just not feeling it, don't do it that time. Okay? Do it however much you feel comfortable with, but then put it aside, and then, see how you feel about it tomorrow. But do a little bit at a time. Make sure it's of great quality, because all that work will be paying off. Right now, you have Capricorn and Virgo in the new moon. So this is something that is still fresh, that is still in its, first steps. So don't put pressure on yourself thinking that you need to be at your goal right now, because you don't know how the journey will go. Maybe there are other things that you need to learn in the process. Maybe life doesn't want to give you that goal, that achievement right now, because maybe there's someone you need to meet along this journey, right? Or maybe some other aspect that is being worked on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. Maybe that is being worked on right now, being prepared for you while you are doing your work, right? So you don't know what kind of work is being basically what kind of work is being worked on, right? Behind the scenes, because all you know is what you are doing, but you don't know what that higher source is preparing and working on for you, right? So don't put so much pressure on yourself, okay? Because this feels, with the vows, this feels also like a partnership, okay? You are working with the universe in order to get yourself where you need to be. Okay, so that's why you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself, because this isn't just your task. Something or someone else is working on that other half. Okay, so you just need to trust the process and trust yourself that you'll get there eventually, but just enjoy the journey right now. Okay, go with the flow, take it one day at a time. And with this the present card, you have gift as well as nowness, so the present moment. So this isn't just a present as in like a gift. This is also being in the present moment, okay? So don't think about the future and overwhelm yourself with all the work that you have to do, but think about in the present moment, right now, this very moment, what can you do right now? Okay, because some things for sure need time to, to boil up, to naturally start manifesting on its own, right? So there for sure is something that you need to just put aside and kind of wait for it to, do its own thing. But there are other things that you yourself can, do in the present moment, okay? But all these cards are telling you to keep going for that goal, okay? It will pay off. You will get help, but you just have to be in the present moment and go with the flow. Okay, take it one step at a time. And with this returning home card, it feels like at the end of this, while you're working on this, it will all lead to a better life, right? A life between lifetimes, loving welcome, a transition. So you just need to allow this to transition on its own. Okay, you are working on it a little at a time, and the source, right, the universe, will do its own part in this. You'll eventually get there, okay? So trust the universe, trust yourself, trust the process. Help will be available to you. And that can come from an actual person, that can come from the universe doing its part to sort of connect the lines in order for you to eventually take this small little opportunity that will suddenly transition you into, this road where you're directly going towards that goal. Okay. So, group 2, you guys will find maybe some really good luck in April, okay? If you take this advice and really, take it one step at a time and really go with the flow, take it little by little, because there's so much potential with the Queen of Pentacles. There's so much potential for abundance here. Okay, with the Two of Cups, because this doesn't really feel like a relationship thing, this feels more like a partnership. So there will be help coming to you. Okay, maybe you're looking for a partner, or maybe you want to open a business where it's not just you, because maybe you have been working by yourself, but you really need the help, maybe marketing, or maybe the back end of the business, right? Maybe you want to be more doing the creating while someone else does the packaging, or whatever it is. There will be help coming your way, because this feels like a fresh new start. This feels like you have accepted to really work on it with joy, right? Not pressure yourself, but really be in the present moment and work on whatever this is with the trust that the universe has your back, right? And because of that, you will be getting a fresh start. You will be getting the justice with your work being paid off, okay? And it feels like, because these are all positive cards, right? 10 of Wands usually means unnecessary struggle, right? You have put yourself through unnecessary struggle, and you have. But because these are positive cards, in April, it feels like this unnecessary struggle will come to an end. Because you'll start to work in a way that makes sense for you, that doesn't fill your day with just work, but you'll find basically a balance. You'll have your own little schedule, and you'll follow that schedule and that balance, so that you don't have to struggle anymore like you have now. It just requires a little bit of tweaking, because underneath the deck you have the Hanged Man, right? So a little change of perspective, a little more reflection is required in order to really help this flow, help yourself flow better, okay? So let us see. We'll use this Believe in Yourself little booklet to see one final message you have for April 2024, Group 2. Let your dreams be your North Star, which really sits perfectly with this, right? So don't abandon this goal you have. Work on it. But work on it in a smart way, okay? Don't burn yourself. Allow this goal, this dream of yours to really guide you. And don't distract yourself, right? It says let it be your North Star. So don't distract yourself with scrolling, constant scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, or partaking in things that will distract you from that goal, okay? Allow that dream of yours to be your North Star, okay? So do what you need to do in order to align yourself with it. So if that means stop watching or partaking in negativity and drama, stop watching videos that don't cater to the type of lifestyle you want, right? Align yourself with things that bring you joy, that bring you hope, that bring you more resources and tools in order for your dream job or your dream goal to flourish, thrive, and become a reality for you. Okay, everything else is a distraction. So even if it means, for example, if you're an artist and you have a goal for some sort of art career, right? Stop watching drama channels or, things that bring toxicity into your life. I mean, sometimes, okay, drama may be entertainment, when you were in that downtime and you want some fun. But maybe watch channels from other artists, right? Watch channels that inspire you, that bring you more of that joy of what you want to accomplish or the type of lifestyle you want to have, right? So align yourself with that, because that will bring you to your goal even faster. Everything else is a distraction. Okay? And maybe even connect and befriend other people in your desired field or goal that you have, right? Befriend them, talk to them, message them, ask questions, so that maybe they're doing something that you are interested in doing, or that you don't know how to do, the back end of a business or whatever it is, and maybe ask them questions so that you understand things better, okay? So align yourself with things that bring you to that frequency of what it is your goal, has the frequency of, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Remember that I do personal readings and I offer memberships So if you're interested in that, the links will be down below. You can check it out. I mean, just clicking on the link is not going to get your credit card info or anything, but just, check it out, browse through it, see what it's about. So maybe if you are interested, you can take that next step. If you aren't, leave it be. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I really hope that April helps you thrive, okay? So I'll see you next time. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let us figure out, what does April have in store for you? You got sisterhood. You got laugh and have fun, smile, positive energy, joyfulness. You got water flight, heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Wow, that is amazing. And then you got 2 cards from the Moonology deck. You got the new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So this is something new. It seems that maybe you haven't been focusing on the love and the joy in life, right? So things are starting to pick up, as we see here, laugh and have fun, sisterhood, heaviness lifts, right? So maybe you have been going through a rough patch recently. So bringing the love into the situation and focusing on the positive and the loving aspect of your life, that will get you somewhere better in April. And you got the full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is something that comes maybe to a completion, something maybe you've been waiting for, that, that benefits you. You got hanging, actions and consequences. Pirates and anyone associated with them used to get the death penalty by hanging. This is because they usually worked outside the law of society, which angered the rulers as they didn't like civilians benefiting, especially by not following the rules. What consequences might you be facing due to your own actions or decisions? So something you may have been doing might have consequences, and that's why you may have struggled recently, okay? But knowing what it is that you went off track with, that is the first step of knowing what the problem is, right? So knowing what the problem is can help you identify, you identified it, so now you can start working on it. So you got homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. So it does feel like something is completing, right? Especially with the full moon. Something is completing, and the energy is becoming easier, right? It becomes more easier to breathe. It becomes more easier to manage and handle. Okay, so whatever this negativity was, it is coming to an end. And you got the alchemy card. So remember, you are the alchemist, right? You create and manifest your life and everything in it. Okay, because what energy you bring out, the universe matches and brings more of it in, right? Like I said many times before in the readings, if you are sending out a victim consciousness, you will experience more victimhood. Okay, so you are the alchemist. It's like being a magician in the tarot, right? So you are the one that can bring forth a better life for you. Okay, so maybe in April, maybe focus more on someone you feel comfortable around, right? Here it says sisterhood, but if you're a male, it could be a brotherhood, right? And spend more time in the loving, in that loving energy of joy. Maybe watch comedies, or go out there and spend time with someone special, someone you consider a really good friend, right? And have a laugh, right? Spend time with them and enjoy their company. Share memories, create new memories. April just feels like a month where you shouldn't be focusing on the drama and the toxicity and what has been or what was in the past. And it's more of that light-hearted energy. I mean, it's spring, right? Everything is awakening. So it feels like that dread and that weight of winter is just being brushed off. So you have to focus more on that light-hearted energy. Okay, being more carefree, being more in that childhood spirit, that childlike heart. Okay? Okay, so you guys got the Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Star, Ten of Cups, the Hermit with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, with these two cards, because they came out together, means they are connected in message. So with the Pentacles, you're weighing things, okay? You have to weigh things off, and because you got the Hermit, this is something you need to do on your own. You need to reflect on some aspect of your life or your life in general, and you need to start weighing the possibilities or choosing what is right for you. Maybe prioritizing or organizing your life in a better way, okay? Six of Swords feels like it's moving away from an energy that was a lot more heavier. So it does connect with this water flight card. With the Ace of Wands, this is not just a possible potential, but it feels like a great potential for something. You know, wands are fire energy, right? So it's creativity, it's passion, it's that thing that lights you up, that connects you to, you know, joy and determination, right? So it's thriving, right? And with the Star card, it's like a wish is being fulfilled or a healing is taking place. Okay, so this is, April looks like a really great month if you get out of your own way, you know, heal with this hanging energy, the actions and consequences, but also remember that everything comes in balance, right? Doing too much of one thing is negative. Constantly having fun all the time doesn't make you productive, and so your business fails. Constantly working makes you workaholic, and then your mental state starts to fail and you burn yourself out because you're not having any fun, right? You're not having you time. You're always working. Eating too much of sugar doesn't benefit your body, right? But then at the same time, eating too much of, you know, vegetables doesn't give you maybe the protein. Or so there's always, like, even when they say that, you know, you have to drink water, but then again, if you drink too much water, you can actually die from it. So too much of anything is never good, right? That's why you need to balance, okay? And it shows here with the Two of Pentacles, you need to balance something in your physical world. The Pentacles are rooted with the physical, so you need some sort of stability, okay? And maybe you can find that stability with your friends, right? Maybe you just need that time to just get away a little and spend some time with your friends to refresh, to unwind, to, you know, just balance out that energy, okay? Underneath the deck, you got the Fool card. So this is a new beginning. Because maybe taking a step back and prioritizing, reorganizing your life and how it is structured, maybe it gives you that new beginning that you really needed. Okay, that fresh perspective. So we're going to take some advice from this little booklet. So let's see, what does Group 3 need to know in April 2024? What does Group 3 need to know in April? May you have a fresh start any moment you choose. For this thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. So remember that, because the only time that you could ever fail is if you just quit, right? If you just, every time you're being beat down, if you don't get up, that is true failure. But you can't fail if you just keep going at it, if you keep working at it. Okay? And it says having a fresh start at any moment you choose. So you can have a fresh start, right? That is the Fool card right there. That is the fresh start you need. And you can have it whenever you choose. You can choose right now that you are going to purge everything from your house you don't need, anything that doesn't fit your style anymore, that doesn't fit your energy anymore. You can choose to do that today. That alone is a fresh new start, right, in your environment. You can choose that you're going to stop hanging out with toxic people. You can choose that right now. That alone brings you a fresh start, because once you remove something, it creates an environment or a space for something new to come in. Okay, when you lose something, that could symbolize that something new is coming in. When someone walks away from you, that alone creates energy for something to walk in. Even if someone passes away from your life, even that creates space for something new to come in. Okay, so every time you personally choose to remove something, or if some other source, for example, the universe, creates a scenario where something is removed from your life, right, where you don't have a say in it, all of these things are just creating space for you in your life for something new to walk in, for something new to merge into your life. Okay? So create the space, okay? Take the time to prioritize, to balance, and maybe even to juggle, right? A better way to juggle two sides of something, right? Maybe work and fun, or maybe friends and family, or whatever it is, whatever aspect it is. But remember, you are the alchemist, okay? You're the alchemist. You have the power to create and organize your life how you see fit. Okay, so maybe it's time to really reflect, and remember, April is a time to be lighthearted. Okay, so don't pack on the stress. Be careful, because everything does have consequences. Okay, so just remember that you have the power. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands. You have the staff to create a life worth living for you. Okay. So that's all I have for you, Group 3. Remember that I do personal readings, and I also offer memberships. You can check it out and see, if you want to partake in it or not. And the links will be down in the description box below, as always. So I really wish you guys luck. I hope that April is filled with joy and excitement and genuine friendships and a really fun time. Because we all need some fun, because the world is a bit too dark currently, but we can change that. Okay, so I wish you guys luck, and I'll see you in the next one.